Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a website we built a few years ago compared to one that we just launched, and I'm going to show you the differences between the two because just like you, we are constantly evolving to make sure that whatever website we put out is going to be the most cutting edge and effective. Check it out. All right, so I want to show you the first website that we built a few years ago, and I'm picking the same exact industry. And if you notice, some of the websites that we build, a lot of them look pretty similar. And it's not because we're lazy or because we go, you know what, this is the easiest way to do it. It's because it works. Now, over time, the websites that we build get better and better and better the same way that your kitchens, your bathrooms, your additions, they get better and better and better. So what we do is we continuously update and make sure that what we're doing is the most effective way to help the contractors that we work with. So let me show you the old website that we built a few years ago. Now, when you first come in, we still want to have the same 5 aspects of a website. We still want to have a great first impression. We still want it to be easy to use. It still needs to be personalized to the ideal client. We need to show them we know what we're talking about. And last but not least, it needs to have best website practices that are more so cutting edge. All right, so it's still gonna have all 5 things. It's just a bit different, and I'll show you the differences. So when you come into the site, one big difference between this one and this one, which is the brand new one that we just came out with, is that the colors don't jump out as much in this one. So if you notice, the main thing that we want people to do in this is to get a quote. Same with this page, get a quote. However, there's a lot of red in this website, right? The top bar, the logo, this button, this button, this button. There's just a lot of red. While in this case, these buttons, the red buttons stand out way more. Look at how much the Contact Us and the Contact Us stands out compared to schedule my consultation, okay? Big differences there. So initial gut reaction, it still is a nice picture. It still says exactly what we do. Brian Rogers Construction, Fairfield County's preferred home remodeler. It's still very obvious what we do. Creating spaces for everyone to enjoy, kitchens, bathrooms, and home additions to bring the family together again. Now, big difference, again, this one's more matter of fact. Preferred home remodeler. This one is more creating spaces for everyone to enjoy. There's more emotion in this one because we've gotten better at writing headlines over time. We know when somebody lands on it and they go, spaces for everyone to enjoy, that's exactly what I want. Why? Because Brooks & Sons specializes, kitchens, bathrooms, but more so additions. That's their jam. In this case, what we've done is it's preferred home remodeler, which is fine, and it says what they do, but it's not enough of an emotional pull. All right, so there's a big initial difference. Let me show you the rest of the page for the initial gut reaction. It still has nice services to choose from. The feel good. We're not just a painter or a remodeler. We're actually a problem solver. Things like that. That's really how we built out these first websites. Now, coming on down for this one, we've got good trust factors up front. We call out a remodeling company your whole family can trust, the areas that we work in. As we come down, a lot of the same principles, right? We're still having things like the 3 services, but it's just a bit of a different location and feel. Our remodeling services, how to get your home looking the way that we want it to. So it's a higher end website, and it just works better, right? We found that these websites work better than these websites. So we're going to continue going down that road with these. All right. So that's the very first thing that we want to do. The next thing that we want to talk about is how easy is this website? So this one, it's still relatively easy, right? If we click on Get Started, it says services we provide, and it walks through which service do we want to go for. Let's just try kitchens, right? We come to the kitchen remodeling page. It walks you through it. You can learn more about us, but at the bottom, it still says Contact Us Now. On this one, we flipped it. We went for our remodeling process because we want to teach people what it's like to work with us. All right. We could have gone for the gallery page first. We could have gone to another one, but in this case, we just went directly to our remodeling process. All right. And then, as always, we said, let's chat about my home. Let's, a contact form. Let's get this bad boy started. On this page, you can do the same thing and get people there. All right, so we're still focusing heavily on ease of use, just a different stream that we go there. And what will happen with this site, with Brooks & Sons, is we're doing ongoing marketing services. So what will happen is if we start to see pages that are being gone to more and more and more by his ideal client, maybe everybody goes to the gallery page. Maybe that's like the most important page on the website next to the contact page. So instead of our remodeling process, we'll shift the site around to actually get people to that gallery page faster. So it's a better and faster experience for them. Ease of use is everything. Next phase, part 3, is how personalized does this website feel? So let's talk about the two differences. In this one, kitchen remodeling services, okay? Let's read the text aloud. Whether it's a family breakfast before the day begins or a full holiday meal, the kitchen's a special place where families make memories. Being the central space that it is, your kitchen needs to be functional and look fantastic doing so. It should be a room you feel proud of every time you step into it. We want to help you transform your kitchen into your dream space. If one of the changes you want is more space, we can go through the steps to see if we can fit it with your growing family in it. Whatever specific design you have in mind, we want to help make it a reality. That's pretty emotional. This one. Get the space you need for your family. When you have friends and family over, where do you go? Sometimes it's the living room, but most often it's the kitchen. As your kids get older and their friends start coming over, you might find that you're feeling a little cramped. Most of the homeowners that we work with are opening their kitchen so that they can have more space to cook and more space to comfortably fit their kids and kids' friends. We love working with families to help give them the space they need to spend more quality time with each other. Whether this is you or you have other reasons for wanting to give your kitchen an update, we're ready to help bring your project to life. If you notice, same overall kind of feel, but here's the big difference. This is a little bit more generic. This is a little bit more, it's a good space, everybody kind of hangs out in it, things like that. While on this page, this is really focusing more on the kids side of things, because that's really his ideal client is somebody who is in their mid-40s, mid-50s. They've got kids, and all the kids and their friends are coming over. So this first site talks about the kitchen remodeling as a whole and what the general idea is of why you want this done, while this one is very specific to Bobby and his company. So that's how we do it differently. All right, on this page you come down, talks a little bit about redesigning the process. While this one is, it has more flair to it, has more kick, and when your website has more kick to it, it shows that your company has more kick to it, which allows you to charge more and target higher end clientele. Just look at the difference between these two. Okay, that's third phase. For make it super personalized. Fourth is show me, the show me factor of it. Okay, in this case, when we say show me, it's prove it. Prove what you're talking about, right? I want to see what what you really mean. And in this phase, there's certain things like, we have one testimonial at the bottom, right? And we have 2 pictures on the whole page, which is fine. But on this one, this is what we're trying to prove. This is really what we do. So we have more pictures on this page. And like we talk about this, build an island to create a gathering space, knock down walls and change the floor plan, upgrade to a granite or quartz countertop for a modern look. Well, this kitchen right here has an open floor plan. It has an island. It has the right countertop. So it's actually backing up what we're saying. Plus, it has more testimonials in it. It's just an overall, it's more of a show me factor. And if we're trying to go for making this process easy, this is how we want to show them. We just went from a basic overview is have an initial conversation, watch your kitchen take shape, connect with family again. Very simple, but it puts people's minds at ease. Show them what you're talking about. Don't just say it. All right. Let me show you the About Us page. This is another good show me. So the About Us page on here, building homes and relationships. Here's why we do it. Here's a bit more about us. It's a solid. It talks about why Brian got started. But over here, it talks about our story. There's less text on it, but it's all about where Bobby Brooks leads his family with his company with family-based values. His company name, Brooks & Sons. So what do? We make sure that there's pictures on his website of Bobby and his sons, which now he's got several daughters, but he actually just had his 8th kid. So it might now be Bobby or Brooks and his football team because he's approaching that number 11. So it's just more of the show me factor, and you can prove a lot more with pictures and testimonials that you back up your work and everything that you're saying on the website. So last but not least is going to be website best practices. This one still has good practices on it, right? It still looks good on mobile. You're still going to have the right contact button in the top right, contact button in the top right. This one has better practices, the Brooks & Sons one, because it has different colors that make it pop out more. It has more emotion to it. So you're going to have better practices on this site, which is why we started to slowly transform the sites over from where we were a few years ago into this. However, this Brian Rogers construction still has a lot of solid principles. But at the end of the day, this new one is just a way better layout. It's a way better fix. It converts way easier because it guides people much faster through the whole process. So there's your review or overview of our transition from how we did websites a few years ago to how we do them now, because we're always trying to push the envelope and make sure that everything that we're doing is cutting edge and it works. So do me a favor, let me know below, which one did you like better? Did you like website number 1, which is the Brian Rogers one, or would you like website number 2, which is the Brooks & Sons one, and why? Just curious. Thank you very much. See you guys.